Hi, I'm Aaron Cranton, and I'm with the Old Strathcona Street Mission Outreach. I'm sure by this time you've all realized and noticed that Edmonton has quite a large homeless population. And particularly, you might have noticed here in Old Strathcona, we have quite a few homeless neighbors and marginalized friends. I know I certainly did when I moved to Edmonton from Ontario several years ago. At the time, I was living alone. I was waiting for my wife Wanda and my son Kip to join me from Ontario once the school year finished. And I spent a lot of time walking around the neighborhood by myself on White Ave. At the time, I was feeling lonely and isolated, not knowing anybody in Edmonton. So homelessness means different things to different people. For me, homelessness means just that. Loneliness and isolation. And I find it marvelous that the Father will use our current circumstances to draw us empathetically to those whom He's calling us to serve. So in 2014, I came to Christ, having spent my life up until that time as an atheist. And shortly thereafter, I began working at our local drop-in center called the Neighbor Center here in Old Strathcona. So a year and a half into working at the Neighbor Center, I experienced an undeniable calling from the Lord to go out onto the street and to journey alongside our homeless and marginalized neighbors, and in the spirit of Christ, provide emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental support directly and through partnerships with community organizations. So I began doing just that. So this street mission, it's not merely about handing out articles of clothing such as mitts and gloves or handing out sandwiches, although that is a component of it. But what they're lacking is someone who will walk alongside them in an authentic relationship, someone who will be their friend. You know, I don't come to our friends on the street as the sober white guy with all the answers. You know, because I have a lot of questions myself. I don't have all the answers. But what I do know is I know the hope of Christ. My prayer for our friends on the street is that they would know and experience the hope of Christ, that they would see that there's options, better options, every day in front of them.